Hello and welcome. In this video, I will show you how to cook beef stew that you can enjoy with boiled rice or with spaghetti. These are the ingredients that we are going to use to prepare our beef stew. Let me start from here. So the cut of beef that I like to use is the chuck roast. And then we're going to need some tomatoes. I like to use Roma tomatoes, about 4 of them, and then also tomato paste. And we're going to need an onion. It can be any color, but I prefer the red onion. And then we're going to need some garlic. This one right here, garlic and ginger. I'm going to show you the amount in a little bit. And then we're going to be using some oil. You want to use neutral oil, maybe vegetable oil is fine. We're going to need some salt. And then over here is what we call njanga in Cameroon. It's shrimp powder. I like to use it to season my beef stew. But if you're allergic to seafood, you might want to skip this crayfish njanga because it's seafood, and instead use something like bouillon cube. Okay, so you can use bouillon cube, beef or chicken, instead of the crayfish, this one right here. But I like to use crayfish. So if you're not allergic to shrimps or seafood, go ahead and look for that to add to your stews, your beef stews, and you can thank me later. And then as far as the tools that you would need, you need a knife, a good knife. You need something to cook with, a wooden spoon or a spatula. And then you're going to need 2 pots, okay? So I have 1 big pot to prepare the stew in, and then I have this other pot here to cook the beef in. We're going to start by cooking the beef, and then while the beef is cooking, we'll prepare the ingredients that we're going to use to make this stew. Okay, so we are going to start by working on our beef. I'm going to cut this up into bite-sized pieces with my knife here. I'll cut them up and put in this bowl, wash the beef, and then get it cooking. Okay, cut it like this. The next step will be to wash our beef. And I'm just going to take it out like so and put it in the pot. Now we're going to season our beef with some salt, maybe about a teaspoon of salt, just like so. Put a lid on it. Now put a lid on it. I'm gonna put this over here now and turn it to about medium high. We're going to start working on our ingredients. First, you want to work on the onions. So we're going to remove those ends and put them in the trash, and then cut it down in the middle like so. Then now we're going to peel the very first layer like so. See this? Peel this off, and then this is trash. This is what we will use. So we'll peel the layer like so. This is trash, and this is what we will use. Now we're going to cut this half up like so. So this one half is gonna go into our pot here with the beef to season it. And then we're going to dice this other half to cook our stew with. So we're gonna cut it lengthwise like so. Okay, and then you turn it around and cut it like so. Watch your fingers. And then scoop it up and set it aside. And then next we'll work on our tomatoes over here. I'm gonna wash this and then show you what we do next. Now let's dice our tomatoes. Use a knife with edges like this one, it's easier. So we're going to set this down on its base and just slice through it. Keep an eye on the beef over there. And then turn it around. And then put it down like this. Now you have perfectly diced tomatoes. So we're gonna peel our ginger. You can use a blunt knife. Just peel the skin. So it looks like this. Then we're going to chop this up and put in the blender. Slice it, put in the blender. Then next we're gonna work on our garlic. We need 4 cloves of garlic. So we'll just separate it out. Grab 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to peel this paper skin. Like so. Now we're going to go blend this. So that's what we're looking at. Pour that into a bowl. Okay. And then I'm going to add a little water into our blender just to get the rest of the stuff out, like so. And we're now gonna go check our beef over here. It's been cooking for about 10 minutes now. As you can see, it's given off a lot of water, stock, which is good, and it's now well seasoned. But that water is not enough to cook the beef, so that additional 1 cup of water, I'm gonna rinse my blender off and then just add that to my meat and then cover it up and let it continue cooking. It's on about medium to medium high. You don't want it to boil over. I'm gonna go ahead and open my tomato paste. Oops. Like so. The shrimp powder, if you're using it, it produces a different flavor if you toast it We're going to heat up this pan, make it not too hot, just warm, and then we will toast our shrimp powder very lightly. Now that we have prepped all of the ingredients, it's time to get cooking. So we are going to heat up the pot right here and then put the oil in here. That's about half a cup of oil. We will cook the onion for about a minute or so until it is fragrant. And then next, we will add the tomato, garlic, and ginger mixture and continue cooking until most of the water has evaporated. Do not forget to check on your beef so it doesn't burn. And if you find that it is splattering, I mean the tomato sauce, it's splattering all over the place and making a mess, you can put a lid on it. Now is also the perfect time to clean up and do the dishes. Clean your surface area while the beef cooks and while you cook off the water in your tomatoes. At this point, the water has cooked off and it's the perfect time to add the tomato paste. So I'm using a spoon to scoop up the tomato paste. I'm going to add that entire container of tomato paste into the other tomato mixture, and then we'll continue stirring. We will cook this mixture for at least 5 minutes. You really have to stir almost continuously because if you don't, it will burn and we do not want that. So after about 5 minutes, we will add the beef with its stock to the mixture. Stir to combine. If the stew is too thick, you can thin it out with additional water. Now add the toasted shrimp powder or bouillon cubes if you cannot consume shrimp powder. At this point, feel free to add any additional seasoning of your choice and taste to make sure that it tastes good. Yeah, the stew is almost ready, but we are going to let it simmer on very low heat for an additional 5 minutes or so for all the flavors to come together. And it is ready. You can enjoy this with rice or with spaghetti. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you.